Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building. That's right. Jordan JC fell asleep again, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why we're late. Oh, no. No. It was I. Sorry, I do quite a few shows.
You had a lot of shows that night.
I did Locked on Bulls.
Oh, Lord.
I finished the night doing Locked on Bulls. I was a little sleepy, but we got a Bears dub to talk about.
Let's go.
Can't miss a show with a Bears dub. As ladies and gentlemen, call it what you want. This ain't college football. Winning ugly means something in the NFL.
There you go.
We got to talk about how Caleb Williams, I thought absolutely had a Superman style game in that second half and went out there and said, let's go get us a dub, boys. Got to talk about everything that it took for this Bears team to get the win. I mean, literally, all three phases had to play a part in this.
Yeah, literally.
And only because it's 9/29, 2025. It's 7:32 in the morning. And the Packers found a way to tie. I got a question for you, Jordan JC. Dallas was an easy win. I could have sworn.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Thought Dallas was an easy win.
40 points?
40 points? 40? I thought that 31-14 over here.
I don't know what to tell you.
31-14. I thought, is it just me?
We knew how to take
Drop
care of
FGBs in the chat. I need Bear Dimes in the chat. We got a dub. Victory Monday, baby. I'm tingly. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Let's do it.
Oh my God. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I'm sitting in the chat last night talking trash like we just won the Super Bowl after Dallas went out there and put up 40 on the Packers. You know, we got Packers fans in the chat. I was like, everybody who beat the Dallas Cowboys in the last couple of weeks, put your hands up. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. George JC. Shout out to you guys for holding it down yesterday. How you feeling, my guy? A little tingly?
Good, man. Yeah, a little tingly.
After yesterday, you sitting there, ice the kick, no, ice. Why would you have ice the kick? Oh my God, he blocked it down.
Bro, look, hey, you want to talk about having a heart attack the whole game? I had PTSD definitely during that game.
We all did.
The way down to the wire. Jesus.
We all did. I think that's why this game was so, like, to me, this was a game that was a pure confidence builder for not only Bears fans, but I would say for that Bears locker room. You heard Kevin Byard after the game. Y'all know what they said we do when we get a lead? We gonna find a way to lose it. Well, there's a reason we say it. Because when y'all get a lead, y'all have pretty consistently found ways to lose them.
Yeah.
So our mind instantly goes to final drive. They're driving down. They're moving the ball, not going to say pretty easily, but easy enough to get themselves into field goal range. And you're going like instantly, okay, well, how do we drive down with 39 seconds left, 2 timeouts? You still got time to make this happen. They just did it in about 20. All right, we can figure this out. We can make this work. Say the timeouts. Don't I bloop? Oh my God, he blocked it. Here we go. And listen, I was losing my mind in that game.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
I
saw
don't
your
know.
post.
Did you see?
I saw your post. First
Did
of all,
you see the
immaculate tie and suit combo, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That
Thank
was amazing.
I didn't want to wear it. My wife gets all the credit. I didn't want to do it.
That was a beast.
But I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. I mean,
you got still frames of you levitating,
bro. People have been screenshotting me jumping. Somebody literally was like, "Yo, like, look at that."
This man is in that is a 50-inch vertical right there.
Somebody literally said 72-inch vertical in dress shoes. I've seen enough. And did the Ryan Poles?
Oh god!
Did the Ryan Poles pick up the draft phone? You dig, bro?
Bro, we need you.
Somebody sent me Calvin Johnson's RAS scores. It was like, I've seen enough, bro.
Composite grade. Everything's green for you in the athletic grade. Jesus, man. What kind of jumping? What in the world?
Oh God, they had me jumping like Jordan, bro. Just gleefully.
That is hilarious.
Full dress shoes in a major TV studio. I'll tell you what, that doesn't matter where I'm at. Pack on Pat. But no, man, I thought this was the first game, and I want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Where we saw Caleb Williams put the Superman cape on and it finish in a win. I should say first, because I guess, right, the Packers, but let me say first meaningful game. Kim Burke said, hit that Drew Hill. I'm hitting.
Tell me what you boy gonna be up in the air for a minute before you come down. That's hilarious.
This felt like the first game where you saw Caleb Williams truly just say, I thought in the second half, right? And the reason I say this, because some people are going to say, Pat, it's a full team effort. I'm not saying it's not a full team effort. Special teams wins you this game with a blocked field goal. I thought the defense in the first half and in the beginning of the second half was the only reason you're in this position, and you didn't capitalize enough.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? Again, we're talking about winning ugly here. But I thought in the second half of this game, you still had the pre-snap penalties. You still had Max Crosby just absolutely eviscerating human beings. What a monster.
That was scary.
What a monster out here. There's one play where he goes past Ozzy, has no reason to touch him, and just like double taps the helmet and goes past him to go try to hit Caleb. Doesn't get him though. Again, Caleb making the offensive line look better in the second half, stepping up a little bit more, moving around, stuff like that. And it didn't matter. After the Tyreek Stevenson interception in the second half, where it was a great play, you had a quarterback that was like, okay, dang it, holding, whatever. Let's get this 5 back. Dang it. All right, that's illegal formation. Let's get this 5 back. Let's go down here and put points on the board. Did that. Second time down, same thing, holding. Takes a bad sack. Finds a way, drive down, put the cape on. Let's get 7 out of this. You go for 2, you don't get the 2. You drive down, put yourself in field goal range, you get the field goal. You had a quarterback for how long, Bears fans, that went and put the Superman cape on, and it actually finished the game in a win. I'm not saying that the whole team didn't have to be a part of it, but this truly felt like a Caleb Williams shining moment, if you will, knight in shining armor. And you needed it because I said this yesterday on the show. You got Lex Luthor standing on the other side and Max Crosby. You need a little Superman every now and then. You're supposed to get Superman from your number 1 overall pick. Your thoughts, Jordan JC?
Yeah, and even give a shout out to Max Crosby. He recognized it. He gave him kudos after the game and said, man, Caleb did what he needed to do to actually put his team in a position to win. He succeeded. He played an extremely good game in the second half more so. He was composed. I even heard Pat Manley to an extent, listen to him mention how comfortable he felt driving down the field in the fourth quarter at the end there. And just again how it's making everybody feel very reassured that Caleb Williams can do things under stress, and that's what you saw last year. Even in the losses, you saw him again drive down the field numerous games and put the team in a position to win. Now, because of good coaching and good play calling, now you're actually getting the W's. You're committing, and mind you, I'm happy that it worked out, but I was scared when they even called the run on 3rd and 3 at the goal line for DeAndre Swift
For
to
DeAndre
pick up
Swift,
the first
yeah.
before he went in. And so that took guts, because I'm like, okay, I really want them to pass this time. But it was overall, it was very good. And you did it off the heels of Caleb Williams. And of course, like you said, it was a full team game, because you wouldn't win unless Josh Blackwell, I said Blackwell,
Yeah.
got
Bet
that
on
block.
Black, baby.
That's right.
Bet on Blackwell out in Vegas.
If he wouldn't have gotten that, like, we still would have lost. So full team effort. But yes, Caleb showed you why. Again, he's growing, he's maturing. The overall stat line didn't look good. Obviously, again, Max Crosby was a game wrecker in the first half, even to the tune of how Khalil Mack looked when we first picked him up against Green Bay. He did pretty much everything. It was almost as if Tom Brady gave him the game script.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I literally was like, was Brady recording our practices?
Come on, man. Come on. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm like, every time this dude passes, he's in the passing lane. And Max said as much in his interview. He was like, man, I just looked at his eyes. You tried to follow him and, blocked it. I think, was it 2 blocks he got? And then the one that got popped up for the interception. And so he did what he needed to do to try to win the game single-handedly for his team. But again, Caleb kept his composure and did a better job in the second half. And you love to see it.
Yeah, I thought that the team as a whole just really dug in that second half and found a way to gut out an ugly win. Second half for Caleb Williams, 10 for 15, 114 yards, 111 quarterback rating, came away from that with a touchdown. You got 67 of your total 69 yards, nice, in the second half. 32 rushing attempts for DeAndre Swift. I'm sorry, 32 yards, 7 carries, 1 touchdown for DeAndre Swift. Kyle Monunga had 2 carries for 16 yards. Caleb Williams, 5 carries for 19 yards. And I think here is the big thing that my big takeaway from this game as you head into the bye. Doesn't matter. I almost would say, now, I would rather you blow them out, right, 60-3.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost would say winning like this is more important for this Chicago Bears team than winning a blowout game versus the Raiders. And the reason I say that, I think, is the conversation that we've been having about the mental aspect of this game. There are how many countless games that it felt like the Bears lose this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just under the Eberflus era alone, probably 7 or 8
or more. Yeah.
Or more. And there's just consistently pounding your head against the wall. We're going to stay the course. We're going to figure it out. We didn't see our head coach say, we're going to stay the course. We're going to figure it out. We saw our head coach go, Braxton Jones, you're not good enough right now. You come sit next to me.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put the kid out there. We're going to see what he got. We're going to move Theo over to the left side. Was it perfect? No, still Max Crosby. I don't know what people thought was going to happen. Max, we know, like it's funny when people sit there and they're like, oh, because I keep seeing this on Twitter. Ozzy, he's not doing enough. I don't know what he's doing in the behind the scenes, but he wasn't prepared to go into the game. And we know Max Crosby makes good tackles, like really good, like the best of the best tackles. Look like children, right?
Look silly.
like for that to be your first ever football action, kudos to you, my friend.
Yeah, you did an excellent job, I would say.
I'm not sitting here telling you he balled out.
No.
But I am going to sit here and tell you Max Crosby didn't follow Theo Benedict to the other side of the field. He said, I got a rookie. Fresh blood.
Time to eat.
And I thought there were more times where I was like, oh, look at that. Ozzie stood up Max Crosby. Oh, look at that play. That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. And like I said, there were other players where it was a little head tap on the way. Smack him on the backside. Hey, kid, better luck next time. Finna go kill your quarterback. But again, it takes the whole team. Ozzie gets beat. What's Caleb do? Caleb steps up in the pockets, uses the legs to get himself out right and creates something. Finds you a open Roma Dunze down the field. Like that, I think, is the thing that you have to talk about when you look at this kind of win. And I think it mentally changes what the future of this team this season could be. Because now it's a team that believes, dang, look at that. Mm-hmm. We can win these games. We are good enough. Because as always, bro, as it always goes down, like you fall back on who you've been. And the Vikings game, the Bears fell back on who they've been. And instantly that could bring in, oh, we are those guys. Dang it.
Yep. Here we go again.
You're not. You found a way to be on the winning side of this in a game that I honestly thought you shouldn't have lost in the first place, but you knew it was going to be a dogfight tooth and nail. And then you get Ashton Genty going, which, he looked good against us, didn't he? Oh, boy, 21 carries, 138, 6.6 average, and a tutty.
All your season back on us.
Yeah, he got every missed game erased. He's God reincarnated on the field.
Makes no sense.
It's just like, it truly felt like this was the type of win that was most important to this team moving forward, and I thought that was big for him.
I agree. I mean, you would love the blowouts. You mentioned 60-3, of course, and I even yelled at this a million times on the live yesterday, man. We were going back and forth about just how many missed opportunities there were based off of the turnovers just in the first half alone of us completely eviscerating this team. I have never seen the Bears be put in a better situation off of turnovers time and time again.
4-1,
set
bro.
up on the 25-yard line, the 30-yard line, the 25, the 20. Like we barely were over the 50-yard line for most of the first half based on our defense. The defense did their job for a very long time, despite even getting pressure on Geno Smith. I think we only had, did we didn't record a sack. And we still got pressure based off of the backfield. Like Tariq Stevenson, Kevin Byard obviously did their jobs, and we were still in a nail biter because we couldn't really finish the deal. And so I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I was expecting us to be on the exact same side we usually are on when it comes to these close games, where, like you said, Kevin Byard was like, we usually are on the other end of it. But again, even going back to what he said in the locker room, that shows you that the culture is changing. There's a shift in the way that we prepare.
Shift, right?
Yes, SHIFT.
Thank you.
There's a shift in the culture. And according even to Ben Johnson, that's how we do it. We wanted it just a little bit more. He said you saw two teams out there that were really wanting to win, needing to win, and we wanted it just that much more. That shows you the effort, the attention to detail, playing for the entire 60 minutes of a game. That's what it takes. And so I do love that we won this type of game, especially going into a bye week, because now you get healthy, you get momentum, you get confidence. Now we can think about, well, how are we going to attack Washington moving forward? And you build off of this. You build off of this type of win on the road.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's a lot that you still got to build on. Like, again, this is not a game of, wow, what a polished win for this team. I thought Cole Kmet struggled. I thought your defense.
Thank you for bringing him up.
Well, listen, for me, the Cole Kmet conversation, I didn't even realize how much he had dropped the football. I was more pissed off about the penalties. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I was like, you are stopping drives, sir. Like, you got it. What are you doing right now?
Pat, you want to talk about Ben Johnson kicking people off the field and getting replaced like Braxton was? I wholeheartedly think that if Colston was healthy, he would have taken over at tight end one this game.
Yeah, I don't know. That was not a pretty game for Cole Kmet in the slightest. And so I think to me, right, honestly, like when you look at how you find a way to overcome that, I thought it was not a good game at all. Here's the thing about Braxton Jones, that how poor of a game this was. 55 ain't Max Crosby, and that's who was killing Braxton.
Was that Malcolm Kuntz?
I
I'm not,
know
check
he's
that.
I know he's 55 for the Raiders.
Okay. I know a few of those
Is Cody Lindenberg.
Cody Lindenberg?
That's apparently who I watched Cody Lindenberg run over Braxton Jones. He's a linebacker, by the way.
Jeez.
Yeah, Cody Lindenberg. Oh, he's a rookie too. Shout out Cody Lindenberg. He weighs 236 pounds.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Maybe it wasn't 55 because I'm looking. I'm like, maybe it was. I'm gonna say it was 57. I saw just to make him feel better.
George Pratt. Yeah, Pratt.
Jermaine Pratt. Yeah, Jermaine Pratt. Maybe it was 57.
Okay,
but
all right.
I haven't watched the tape back yet either, so I don't know. But like it, like you were getting beat by not Max Crosby.
Right.
It doesn't matter who else was on the other side. It wasn't Max Crosby.
Yeah. Right.
This is not an elite defensive line. Max Crosby's an elite defensive line.
All by
and so
himself.
it's just like all of these moments yesterday that I thought, kind of were going to lead to our demise just didn't. And I think they're things that need to be addressed. And I think you've got a head coach that's willing to. I'll be honest with you, as we keep this thing moving along, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Normally I would wait until at least Wednesday to start bringing up some of the issues, or Tuesday usually to start bringing up some of the issues, but I will be on vacation this week, so I won't have time to bring up the issues because your boy needs a break. But
well deserved.
I think as you're heading into this Washington game, if there were 3 big things that I am looking at, it would be your run game doesn't exist. Your run defense is god awful. And your pass rush is basically me and Jordan.
Hey.
And if we're being honest, I mean, you are paying. This is, I think, what's the most concerning about this is as well as the defense played yesterday. You had multiple interceptions, 3 interceptions on the day. You had a fumble takeaway. I thought you did everything in your power to make that game go the offense's way, and the offense just didn't capitalize enough in the first half. They did more in the second half. That defensive line is your defensive line.
It will be.
I keep saying this. Yeah. Those are the guys you paid and drafted to go out there and be game record. Montez Sweat, 4 years, $98 million. Dayo Dangbo, 3 years, $48 million. Javon Dexter still on his rookie deal. Grady Jarrett, he wasn't out there yesterday, but 3 years, $43 million. And Geno Smith is standing back there just going, I'm going to throw it to the other team. I don't know why. Like, I love how defense played as far as the DB unit. We talked about it as a strength. But I am very concerned right now about the defensive line as a whole. And I think your fix at some of this stuff with the run game is absolutely just, he's either not on the roster or it's just Kyle Monangai.
I think that Kyle Monangai actually might be getting a few more chances. The more and more we see them, string games together. He had a decent, at least average. He only got the ball 4 times, ran for 18 yards, and you saw some flashes of him breaking tackles as well. I think there was one play where he actually ran over a guy moving forward for a first down. And so that's what you want to build off of. There has to be some semblance of a run game. And we were talking about this too, is we keep trying to use DeAndre Swift as if he's a power back running through those holes. And granted, he's trying his hardest. We're not saying that Swift isn't trying to do what he needs to do to prove that he can put that in his bag, right? But he just can't. Here's
the worst part of it. The part he's the most bad at is it being a running back. Like, he's actually really good at blitz pickup. He's a fine receiver. Yeah. The part he's bad at is actually being a running back.
So just use him as such, and then start giving Kyle Monangai the yards, the running up the gut, getting those hard yards, the 3rd and 1s or the whatever, the goal line work. Let's make it easier. And I know DeAndre again scored the winning touchdown, but he ran to the outside. He used his speed. Like, he didn't go up the gut. And so that's my thing is, let's be a little bit more intelligent about how we have to take advantage of what we have now. We can't go out and get anybody. We had those opportunities to maybe get a couple of veterans in the building and try them out, but we passed on that. And so maybe moving forward, we have to truly invest in that. But until then, make the best of that situation. You even saw them try to take advantage of Oakland because initially what we talked about as one of the keys is, or one of my keys was trying to use the quarterback to be more mobile and be part of that running attack. That didn't work out. They stuffed Caleb Williams very easily this game. There were times where he did have moments of or flashes when it was necessary in the second half, more so when he needed to use his legs to pick up a first down. But overall, it was just a bad running attack, and we kind of know that. And then on the other side, as you mentioned, with the run defense, I that was what I was afraid of, and that's what I think also kept them in the game, is the fact that you allowed Ashton Genty to have his NFL.
Oh, not just Ashton Genty. Geno Smith, 4 carries for 31 yards, 7.8 yard average. Raheem Mostert, 4 carries for 62 yards, 15.5 yards average. Trey Tucker, 2 carries for 9 yards, 4.5 yards average.
Everybody was just running rampant. Like, what is that, 240 yards?
240 yards rushing, yes.
240 yards rushing, man. That is utterly insane, and you still found a way to win. And so that was the lopsided part of this thing, is that you could not stop anything that was on the ground, the ground attack. And so we definitely need to improve on that moving forward. Again, that's something that obviously we'll probably have to highlight with Ryan Poles, later on. But you do what you got to do. You do what you have to do for now. And hopefully when you have certain people, I'm not sure how much Shamar Turner was used in the game, but hopefully when you start bringing certain people healthier and getting them back healthy this week with Grady Jarrett, hopefully with, I don't know if Austin Booker again needs more time. Hopefully there's names that you can implement into this defensive line that will allow them to be better at that. Because the guys on your team now that you paid the big bucks for, again, they're not performing at that level that you need them to perform. What it looks like is what we saw on the other side of the line. Max Crosby, again, you have to game plan for that guy because he, one, has a relentless motor, and he has the talent to just continue to beat you with all of his moves. We don't have anything like that on our line. Montez Sweat is not on that level. And so maybe that's the issue, is that we don't necessarily have that superstar level talent yet to really kind of like head or lead this defensive line, and we just have to make do with what we have.
The biggest issue is that you don't have it, and you're paying $160 million in defensive line contracts.
Yeah. It's like you paid all that money to like decent players.
Yeah.
You scattered that money out to decent players, and you did think that maybe Montez was something when he had that 6.5 in Washington and 6.5 the first year with Chicago. But ever since, it's like he's kind of just sat on his money.
Yeah.
It's like, I got paid. All right, cool.
Listen, there are things that need to improve. I do think it's concerning that you couldn't do it versus this offensive line. But again, I think these are feathers in the cap of the Bears moving forward. You know what I mean? These are things that you can't hide your head in the sand about, but you won with that. Like, these to me are concerned. You won with a run game that didn't exist. And I know Ben Johnson is taking a good chunk of the blame on that, saying, it's probably on me. I'm calling the wrong stuff. Dog, listen, your offensive line is, I don't know where they rank now, but you came into the game second in EPA per play and run block win rate. Like, hey, my offensive line is opening up holes. You got to run through them.
Mm-hmm.
You average 2.7 yards per carry. They average 7.7 yards per carry.
That's not good.
Me and Tremaine Edmonds have something in common. Neither of us can tackle Ashton Genty.
Man, that dude got ran over.
You know what I mean? Like it's one of those games where, as Bears fans, we all know we didn't play like the better football team. but when it mattered, you proved you were the better football team. And I think that's something to me that as we head into the bye week, address all the things you can. I love that. I know it's going to suck when we're at like week 14 and the season is very long. But right now, I don't think there's a better time with a new coaching staff to have a bye week this early.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about reshuffling the offensive line. I would assume Ozzie is probably not out there again because I'm expecting Darnell to get healthy, but maybe that's something to watch for in the bye week. I would assume that DeAndre Swift is still your running back after this week, but this is starting to feel very Jamal Charles-like. Will Monangai end up getting more carries than Swift at a certain point? 14 carries for 38 yards, 2.7 yards per gain average. And I'll be honest with you, even in his second half, it doesn't get much better. 7 carries for 32 yards, 4.6 yards average. It's not great. It's not great cotton. So is Kyle Monangai that guy as we come on the other side of this thing? Like you're seeing Ben Johnson quickly say, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. Let's start to swap this out. And he gave guys in this game, I thought, real life game situation reps that you're not going to get any other time. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Before we get up out of here, I do want to point out something I've noticed, and I'm going to do a little bit of a deeper dive, but I want to put this on everybody's radar. Put this on the radar. On the insignificant radar.
Like Randy Savage.
It might be significant. I was going with a little bit of going a little macho man.
Oh, Randy Savage, are we doing Randy? I got you for 3
Jordan
minutes.
JC, I'm exhausted. I've got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. No, honestly, we were making Spider-Man jokes yesterday, and that stuck in my head.
That's funny.
Are we to a point? I think I tweeted this out too. Well, we have to change our thought process on what elite quarterback in-game production is. And the reason I ask that is because the new kickoff rules are working. We're getting kick returns to the 35, the 40, the 45, 50. Like it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's like you're giving them half the field essentially to start the game. So the new kickoff rules, 100% working. And I watched a quarterback yesterday play what felt like an absolutely elite game versus the Saints. And Josh Allen. He completed 72% of his passes. He threw for 2 touchdowns. He had a quarterback rating of 113 and was absolutely dominating play in and play out. And he came away with 209 yards.
That's called a short field.
I think everyone's playing with a short field.
The
reason I bring this up is because Jordan JC.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams yesterday, not as elite of a day, not an elite day really until the second half, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception, crazy pick by Max Crosby. What the heck was that?
Yeah.
73 quarterback rating overall, so not a great day. First half was ugly. 212 yards.
More than Josh? Yeah.
Not about it being more than Josh, but that your best quarterbacks right now seem to be living in that 200 range unless the game goes to overtime. Your tops in the NFL averages right now are woefully down, and I think it's because of this new kickoff rule. I mean, Josh had the one game where he ended up going, of course, overtime early on in the season where it's 300 plus yards. But outside of that, dog, you're not seeing quarterbacks go out here and sling it for 300 plus yards. The 4,000 yard passer may be important yet again.
Wow.
And dare I say, the reason I bring this up, I know it's only 200 yards for a lot of these games, and we may be looking at that, and saying, oh, well, it's not good enough. You got to be better for the number one overall pick. Outside of that first game, and Caleb had a game like this as well, the 298 game, he had 394, 2 touchdowns versus the Ravens. He had 148 versus the Jets. He had 213 and 3 touchdowns versus the Dolphins. He had 209, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception versus the Saints yesterday. I think offensive numbers are going the other direction, and nobody's noticing to start the season.
So you're saying there's going to be a regression of passing yards, but it won't matter because obviously there's shorter fields.
Touchdowns will be the same.
Touchdowns will be the same.
Maybe the touchdowns will be more, honestly.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be shocked at the say like the passing leader only having 4,200 maybe, or just a tad bit over 4,000. So now it actually makes sense that we'll have a regression of passing yards. So okay. I'm with that. I could see that making actually happening.
You want to talk about a dominant day yesterday versus the Ravens? Pat Mahomes eviscerated the Ravens.
Pat killed them.
Killed them. Murdered them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
4 touchdowns, 124 quarterback rating, 67 completion percentage, 270 yards.
Yeah. Back in the day, that probably would have been like 400.
That's a 400-yard game. It's so and listen, I'm not sitting here telling you that Caleb is any of these guys yet, but I think we may have to, like we had to do in the NBA with how stats change and stuff like that, we may have to yet again retrain our brain to what an elite game or a good game actually looks like in this modern era of football, because I don't think it's going to be yards. We're 4 games into the season, and Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen don't have 1,000 yards. Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen almost had 1,000 yards after 2 games last year. I actually think that this new kickoff rule is going to change how we perceive what a good quarterback looks like, and Caleb Williams is right on track with all of those guys. Now 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. I believe 1 rushing touchdown on the season as well. Yeah. And I believe he is at 970. Where is he at right now? Total yardage wise, 927 yards on the season with a 97 quarterback rating. Pretty good through 4 games.
Well, I think what you talked about more is we might see a regression of yards, but still might see either the same or more touchdowns. And if you looked again at the missed opportunities that Caleb and the team had yesterday, again, when I talked about in the first half, really we should have blown this team out with all the times Geno gave us the rock on our side of the field with 20 yards to go, 30 yards to go, and then we're going the opposite way, or we're kicking a field goal or getting it intercepted. Like, that's when you got a short field and you could have easily had maybe 2 or 3 more touchdowns on your stat line, for Caleb. And so that's an example of what you're talking about is, shorter field, but more touchdowns, less passing yards. And we're probably not expecting it, but it probably will be happening more and more this season.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to see kind of how this all plays out. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. We're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, as always, for the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. A Bears dub, nonetheless. We head into the bye week. Jordan JC will still be here with you guys for the morning.
Oh yeah,
maybe a little guest pop in as well. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
little guest pop in. Let's see what happens. Make sure y'all stay tapped in with him. The boys will be live tonight for Monday Night Football, so tap in with them as well there. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. I will see you all next Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Peace.
Nice. Take a nice little vacay, huh?
Unless, I'll tell you what, unless some major news breaks,
I'm out of here.
This man's gonna be on an island.
I don't know. I'll be on the West Coast levitating, baby. You know what I mean? I'll be out there
that is hilarious.
Just floating it up. That's right. That's right.
With his legs crossed just in the middle of the air. Getting all his energy back like a saying.
Jumble Jordan, Jumble Jordan, Jumble Jordan.